Hey everyone, it's Sally with the Polka Dot Life. Today we're going to switch things up a little bit and we're going to be making a fall card together. And stick around to the end of the video, I have 2 more cards to show you as well. The Gilded Autumn Designer Series paper is the star of the show, along with the Banner Year bundle. If you haven't yet subscribed to my YouTube channel, I certainly would appreciate it if you hit that red subscribe button and then click that little bell icon to get notified every time I upload a video. Let's get started. As soon as I saw the Gilded Autumn papers in the catalog, I knew that they were going on my wish list. Fall things are my favorite. Fall is my favorite season of the year. And I just love this color combination. Early Espresso, Cajun Craze, Mint Macaron, Crumb Cake, and the Very Vanilla. They are just so pretty together. And these are just the regular sides. The other side has foiling, and it is so pretty. I just love each one of these designs. So today we're going to be making a little bit different of a version of this card. This is our first card with a grateful heart. And when you use this designer series paper, that's your heavy hitter. It is doing most of the work for you, and that is one of those things that is a great tool in our arsenal, especially if you're trying to mass produce or if you're just in a rush. That makes a great option. I might just put this little pumpkin in the inside. So we are going to make the same card, but we're going to change up the papers a little bit. So for today's card, we are going to use that Cajun Craze card base. So that's the same as our other card, but I switched out the designer series paper. I thought this one was really pretty too. And so we are just going to adhere down just with a little bit of glue. Now, if you're using the other side, you know, you may want to use glue dots or some tear and tape this foiling. If you get glue on the front, it's kind of hard to recover from that. So it kind of takes the sheen off of it, and it's just not a good combination. So that would be my recommendation if you're going to be working with the foils. So we are just going to get this lined up and give that a good little press. And I like this too, is that you could use this either direction and it would work just fine. Today's stamp set is Banner Year, and that bundle comes with the Banners Pick-a-Punch and the stamp set. And this stamp set is so cute because it has a lot of really great greetings for different holidays and then little different icons. But you know what? They pack a big punch because you really just don't need a lot of them, especially when you pair it with the designer series paper. They work very well together. So we are also going to change up what papers we are going to use for our banners. I thought it would be fun I had a scrap of the designer series paper, and so I thought it would be kind of fun to use that for one of our layers. And I really like this flagged end, so I am going to place this in. And like I said, I might have cut mine just a tad too big. When you're using this punch, just maybe cut it a little bit, just a little bit shy of whatever your measurement is. Or if you just work with it, it'll get there. And you just want to turn it over and you just kind of want to line it up and center it. You'll be able to see if it's in the center. And you just want to give it a little press. So there is one layer of our flag. I love that houndstooth. And that brown, it's just very rich looking. Of course, everyone here Well, not everyone, but a lot of people here in Alabama like the houndstooth. They're just used to the black and white. So we're gonna see, like within their skin here, you just have to just watch and go ahead and put that in the center. Well, that was fun. And see, those will line up just really pretty. I like to go ahead and do that first layer off of my card. And we'll just put some glue right here in the center. And we'll kind of line up those V's and lay that down. And then you can center it by eyeball, but then I also like to do this just to make sure that those edges are nice and lined up. And we are going to take this piece and do the same to put it on our card. And I came up just a little bit. I don't know an exact measurement, but just eyeball it, and it might depend on what designer series paper you choose, where you want that to fall in the pattern. But I think that is going to look really sharp. Let's bring in our Stampin' Pierce mat. Mine is just covered with some grid paper to keep it clean. I have this scrap piece of Very Vanilla that I've already been working with, so that's what I want to work with today. We are using our 2-inch circle punch, and we're going to come in here and just, that makes such quick work of things when you can use a punch. We're going to bring in the Cajun Craze ink and our sentiment that says, "With a grateful heart." And we are going to just bring that in. So pretty. Then we are going to use our Early Espresso. And we are going to use our little acorn stamp. And we are just going to stamp an acorn right in the middle. So super cute. Then we are going to go ahead and stamp the inside layer to our card, because that Cajun Craze would be too dark to write on. And here's what I like to do when I'm using the acorn stamp. I just do 1, 2, 3. And we are going to do that same thing on an envelope. And these little stamps from this stamp set would be ones that would be great to make your own designer series paper with as well, because it's just all these nice little images that coordinate nicely together. All right, and that is all the stamping that we have to do, which sometimes that's a good thing and sometimes that makes me sad, because sometimes I like to stamp a lot of things. We're going to bring our card base back in and our little sentiment. And I was going to pop this up, but sometimes when it's over something kind of that wide, it makes it hard for the dimensionals to sit nicely. So I decided that I was better off, well, if I can get my glue to come out, that I was better off to just do it like this. And I'm just putting some there in the middle. And we're just going to, it doesn't really need to be centered. In fact, I would say do it a little off center, just because we are going to add a little embellishment. And I think that that would work better for you. We have the Gilded Gems. I'm going to be honest. The big ones are a little too large for me. I don't like those. I like the small ones. So that's the size that we're going to be using today. And I am going to put one here, just kind of like a little brad or something there. We'll put one as an accent beside our acorn. And then we will just take another one and let's just, let's see where I want to put that. Maybe right here in that little light space. So I just think that that card comes together super quickly. We have our outside or our inside layer to put in, of course, because we don't want any naked envelopes or any naked insides. Whether you stamp or use some designer series paper on the inside, it doesn't matter. It just perks it up if you do a little bit of something inside as well. And sometimes, like today, I am not even using an additional greeting on the inside of my card. It is something that the sentiment says with a grateful heart. And so I think it's probably just going to be like a generic note card or thank you card. So it really doesn't need anything else inside. But isn't that cute? It just came together so fast. I love it. And I like that little houndstooth accent. I think that's really special. So we have our card that we've made together and the card that was already prepared. And then I have a few additional cards as well. I have this one, which I used the Early Espresso card base, the Mint Macaron. I added a little very vanilla lace. I don't know if the camera picks that up well or not. But then I just did these little elements on a circle, punched them out. I used my punch for this, and I used circle dies for this, but use what you have. Use what shapes you have, what dies, what punches that you have. And then I just kind of put a row of those little cute acorns on that one. And then this one, I used the foiled side and made this one maybe a little bit fancier. I used a very vanilla card base. I put some, I believe this is brass, is what color I chose for this. And then I just embossed some of the Cajun Craze. I cut out with our, this is one of our peony dies, and I used that border die for that in the Early Espresso and our foiled paper. And then I just did a little strip inside, and like this, like I said, this one's just kind of a generic hello. And so I will just write a note inside to someone. And then I put our little squirrel friend on the outside too. So I think that these were really a super quick project. They went together really fast. And I thought they were just kind of fun. Do you have a favorite card? Let me know in the comments, what is your favorite card? And anyone who comments on Facebook or YouTube will go in a drawing for a little door prize. So I will cut that off probably, I will probably give it a week, and then I will cut that off. And then we will have a random drawing. We'll let the computer draw a name. So I thank you so much for joining me today. As always, remember to be kind, send a card, and do something creative. Bye-bye.